Hi, my name's Charlie Ekizian, and
And his wife Danielle.
yeah,
Well, yeah.
my wife and I founded Wheelchair Sports and Recreation Association back in
89.
1989. I've been quadriplegic from a diving accident since 1968. At the time, there was a lot of people who were young guys like myself who were kind of wild and crazy, and ended up having a spinal cord injury or having some kind of injury that left them mobility impaired. And we helped to get these guys active and moving, motivated, my work was trying to figure out what they liked and try to get them back into their community, get them back out. Because what happens a lot of times is you build up a lot of bridges and they don't want to be seen or heard, and they don't want their identity at all being tied up in a wheelchair.
All I saw was a number of people whose lives were very deprived, who barely wanted to go out in public. And Charlie just turned their lives around to the point that they would be starting families, buying homes, starting jobs, going to school. And he made such a huge difference in so many people's lives. I just wanted to be a part of that.
Well, thank you, but the thing is, what happens is if you get somebody out who's never thought he'd be out rowing a boat, say as a quadriplegic or a paraplegic, and you get him into the boat and he's doing this activity that he never ever thought in his wildest dreams he'd be doing, that opens his mind up to a lot more activities, and the next thing you know, they're back to school or they got a job.
Well, the fact is, something about the way Charlie thinks, his mind is without limits. He'll just take on any kind of adventure or risk. He's a pretty fearless person, and he'll do things that other people just think are totally impossible. And
well, actually, my strength comes from God. It comes from knowing, having true love for your fellow man. I understand what these guys are going through, and I just want to be there to kind of help steer them in whatever path they want to go. And I found that actually different activities like sports and stuff were a great motivator. Sometimes even just going to the mall, getting a guy out who used to love going to the mall, get him out, go to the mall with him, and whatever his activity, museum or that's where the recreation part comes into the movies.
well, a pretty basic activity is just driving a car. That opens the doors to their thought tremendously. They can get out and socialize. They're not so dependent on family members. They're able to go places they weren't able to think of going before. And so we did a lot of that, just introducing people to driving. Charlie started out driving a car where his dad had installed some hand controls, and if the hand controls went out, Charlie would take an umbrella and use that.
Don't tell those kind of stories.
An umbrella to hit the accelerator and the brake. I mean, just nothing deterred him. If anything came up that seemed to be a problem, he'd find a way around it.
Well, hopefully I've smartened up since then, but